Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to the Seen It For Real podcast, also known as the SIFR podcast. If you happen to disagree with me or would like to add something to the discussion, I would like to encourage you to share your thoughts, opinions, and your ideas in the comments. I hope you enjoy the podcast and please discuss and disagree with one another respectfully. When tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. But despite the epic setting, beautiful people, ever-flowing champagne, and late-night dance parties, Frida can sense that there's something sinister hiding beneath the island's lush facade. So let's talk about Blink Twice. My voice. It's a pretty wild ride, right? I mean, the whole premise of a secluded island, drugs, a whole lot of twisted power dynamics, talk about intense. But the main actress who played Frida, she really captured the feeling of being trapped and terrified, but also determined to survive. And that is what a complex character is, Disney. I want to talk about the cinematography for a second. I mean, the shots of the island at night were really cool. I thought they were pretty creepy. Not creepy, but very, it set the tone and it seemed very attractive to me. While the movie did have some great moments, I felt like some of the twists were a bit predictable. Like in the beginning, I noticed like a scar, and it was like they were trying to make it subtle, but they were really bad at making it subtle. So when I saw the scar, I was like, oh, that's gonna come back into play. I wonder where she got that scar from. But with that said, it did not ruin the experience for me. Instead, it kind of made it exciting. It made it exciting. I wanted to figure out what was going on. The movie definitely nailed the atmosphere. It's dark, unsettling, and full of tension. An exploration of power and control from Channing Tatum's character, whose name I forgot, is chilling to say the least. I hate to bring this up, right? Because this is not like an appropriate time. P. Diddy, right? I mean, when I was watching this movie, it gave me the whole shebang. I feel like that captured a visual representation of what people might be imagining in their minds every time someone brings up the alleged you-know-who parties. That was a nightmare to get off of my tongue. Oh, God. No Diddy. But this is probably not even 20% of what allegedly might have happened, in my opinion. It's a thought-provoking film that makes you question the nature of reality and the lengths people will go to for power. One of the most disturbing aspects of the film is the way the billionaire, Channing Tatum, uses drugs and alcohol to sedate the guests, making them vulnerable to sexual abuse. It's a really dark and disturbing theme, I will say. The film handles it with sensitivity, though. I think Zoe Kravitz did a really good job, I think, for her first directorial debut. I really loved the dynamic between Frida and Sarah. Initially, they seemed like they were going to be like rivals fighting over a guy kind of thing, which, is a classic trope. They formed, though, an unlikely alliance as they uncovered the truth behind Slater's intention. That's his name. Slater's intentions. Their bond was very important, especially if they wanted to get out of there alive and get some comeuppance. I don't like how dead I sound right now. I realize this about myself. I get up here and then I get down here. It varies for whatever reason. It was fascinating to watch as the characters were slowly piecing the puzzle together, especially when Frida started to remember Jess. That particular memory that she triggered ultimately is what led to the alliance with Sarah. I wanted them to fight so hard. I was definitely come on, guys, you got it. You're a team now. The film did have its funny moments. There was this one scene in particular where they were literally having a conversation about their memory, and Frida was trying to convince Sarah that something was up. Sarah was like, I kind of believe you, but you sound crazy, but I'm going to choose to believe you because I have been noticing this weird stuff going on. Watching them come to the realization that the decisions they made were probably stupid was kind of funny. It was the delivery, the humor. I just liked those two, especially Sarah's character. The funny moments often stemmed from the absurd situations the characters were in. Well, the absurd situations they found themselves in. It was definitely a nice way to break up the tension, to keep the audience engaged without us being so on edge the entire time. Overall, I would say that Blink Twice, it was a pretty decent thriller movie. Yeah, it had some strong performances in it. The atmosphere was very atmosphere-y. The atmosphere was very unsettling, and it obviously was intentional. I liked it. It was nice. It was dark. And at certain points, it was the equivalent of setting the mood, like people do in romantic scenes when they're turning off the lights and putting out the candles and turning on the record vinyl. The record vinyl. Yeah, the movie definitely set the mood. That was the kind of mood I was feeling, even though the story was about sexual violence. That will be it for this episode. Whether you like this episode or not, please be sure to leave a rating or a comment letting me know why you did or didn't enjoy the episode. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear me in the next one.